I'm going to go ahead and hit record. All right. It's a good thing I recorded that. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about organization and time management today. It's one of my biggest strengths, also one of my biggest weaknesses. It's kind of like when you try to organize too much, then you end up like not getting anything done. So it's gonna be maybe 15, 20 minutes of a call. And I'm sorry if I blink a lot, my contact is really bugging me. The allergies in Georgia are stupid right now. The weather can't figure out if it's winter, fall, or summer. And today it wanted to be summer. So, okay. So we're gonna get started here. I'm gonna stick to 5 points. That's it, just 5 for you guys. So the first thing to do about getting organized when you're disorganized, number 1, don't do it all at once. Don't make all these changes at once, because what will end up happening is you will get overwhelmed and you will just feel like, well, this isn't working. And then you just end up back at square one. Do one thing at a time for just a certain time period. Give yourself like 2 weeks of a new behavior or 2 weeks of a new schedule and see how it goes. And then, 2 weeks is my limit. I try to do it for 2 weeks. If it doesn't happen, I move on and find something else. So number 1, don't do it all at once. The worst thing you can do is actually like try to change everything all at once. So please don't do it. Imagine like changing schools and you have to change all your friends. Remember being a kid when that would happen and you would just like lose your mind. So number 2, don't have duplicates. I'm really bad about this because I lose things, and I'm still trying to work on it. But if you have a notebook for Monat, that notebook is for Monat. If you have a notebook for work, that notebook is for work. If you have a calendar with a color, make that color for that specific type of activity. So for instance, I have my day planned out on a calendar. So I actually do this whole thing where I have my wake up time, I have my workout as a color, I have my drive to work as a color, me getting ready for work as a color. That way I can see like where my pockets are a lot better. Some people do like, oh, I'm at work from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and they block it out. No. I block out from like 7 to 9:30 when I have my break as my office color. And then my break is a totally different color. So I know when it pops up on my watch or on my phone that I'm going to be able to know what time, what activity I'm doing right now. So whatever works for you, if it's a planner, a journal, Pinterest templates, whatever it is, if you have like a specific way of organizing your stuff, keep it in that one spot. Personally, I'm an electronic person, so I can just grab my laptop and go. Some people like an actual planner. That's not a planner, that's an iPad. But they actually have like an actual planner. And I like to write things down, but for the most part, it gets transferred to here. So number 2, don't have duplicates. Number 3, this kind of segues into it. Paper versus electronic. If you've been an electronic person for most of the time that we've had these organizational materials and time management stuff, try paper. If you've been doing paper, try electronic. Just try it out for a small amount of time and see how it goes for you. I like to do both, just depending on what it's for. So for electronic, if you're switching or if you're doing that and that works for you, make sure you set reminders. Your calendar app has reminders too, so make sure you're setting up those alerts. And then your reminder apps. I think a lot of people think, oh, well, I'm going to put it in my calendar and, once you don't see it, you forget about it, right? So if you have the actual reminders that show up and it like lights up your phone and it lights up your watch and your computer, it's all synced. Like if you have a Gmail account and you use your Gmail calendar or your iCalendar and it's all hooked up to all of your Apple stuff, you're gonna get them no matter what product you're on. In terms of paper, try to keep it simple. When you have like stuff that you need to do, don't try to get like 50 colors of sticky notes because you think it'll look pretty. I have realized that having even 4 colors of sticky notes is overwhelming, because then I don't know what those colors are associated with by the time I'm done figuring out what it looks like on my wall. So I just stick with my gratitude ones that we have, that we got in with our Monations pack, or just your run-of-the-mill staples ones that you just go, that are yellow and pink and blue. So that's the other part of that. And then keeping a running list in one place. So we had a call yesterday with a smaller group that was talking about Excel spreadsheets. Those are fantastic. If you have Google Sheets, use that instead, because not everybody has a Microsoft computer. I don't. So having Google Sheets means that I can get on a computer at work, I can get on a computer here, I can get on my phone, and I still have the list everywhere. Again, that's if you're an electronic person, definitely do that. If you're good with lists, just keep a running list and make sure you keep it on you at all times. So number 3 is paper versus electronic. Number 4, calendar out your time, which is what I was mentioning earlier. Like, it might seem stupid, like, to keep every single minute of your day accounted for, but honestly, once you do that, you'll see the little pockets that you truly honestly have. Like, that drive to work, listen to your personal development. Normally you might be jamming out like I was this morning to Carrie Underwood, but I listened to it earlier in the day while I was in the shower. So there are many things that you can be doing while you're doing other stuff that doesn't require your full attention. And then having a schedule, like, try your best to keep to a schedule. Like, if you have a certain, and I don't mean like, wake up at 5 a.m. like I do, and then, be up and at 'em until 8:30 every night. No, I just mean in order. Like, have an order. If you have coffee first thing in the morning, don't break that coffee order. Just like add to it. So if you're making coffee, while you're making it, get on your phone and like do some content creation. That's what I typically do. Or like read a couple pages from a book, or listen to personal development while you're prepping for your day. Do some meditation while the coffee brews. But like, having a routine that you do in order will help, especially once you've been doing it for a while. And by a while, that's, whatever works out for you. And even if you're working from home, you're full-time employed like myself, or you're part-time employed like other people that are on the team, you can have a schedule. You just have to actually physically plan it out. Because once you see, like I was saying earlier, once you see like what your typical routine is, you're going to be able to put into those pockets where you can fit the business in, or fit other things, like things that you've been meaning to do. And a lot of you guys know how I feel about micro anxiety lists. Like, if I've got 2 or 3 things that are going to be killing me, like throughout the day, that I absolutely have to get done, I will write them down and I will put them into those pockets of time. And so number 4 was calendar your time. Number 5, stick to your goals. Accountability of yourself is really huge, and having that, paper or electronic, whatever's easiest for you, having it there in front of you will help you stick to it. But put it in importance of what matters, right? So what matters the most for us as business partners and working together is doing our daily IPAs. Those always need to be done first, because then we can actually focus on other things, whether it's exhausting your stories, catching up with a conversation. I know a lot of people probably hate me at 5 o'clock in the morning, but that's when I do my catching up on text messages. I go to bed so early, I wake up to like 45 notifications every morning. So that's when I take my time to go through everything. It's taken care of, I've caught up. That way, by the time I get off work, people will have read their messages and they'll get back to me. Same with exhausting stories. So I typically do the IPAs first, and then I will interact with my downline or my upline or sidelines second. So interacting with my team, that'll be the next step, because they come first in terms of interaction. The potentials are okay, but you want to make sure that you keep that team connection and the communication there. And then the third thing that comes out that I do in my order is following up with potentials, VIPs, market partners, whoever I've been talking to about the business in general. That's what I'll do after that, because I will already have had my hype up for my team, for my sidelines, upline, whoever. And then I've got that mentality to move forward, and it actually transfers into my conversations with people after that. But you get the gist. So it just depends on what order it works for you. But for me, IPAs always come first because those are the hardest to tackle working first full time. And if you've got other stuff you have going on during the day, you'll find what fits for you. And if you have any questions about what order to do stuff in, just talk to somebody in your upline, sideline, downline, whoever. Everybody has a different routine. So that's all I had. It was just going to be a quick time management organizing call. Obviously it's beginning of the month, so it's one of those things where people are like, yeah, it's first of the month, I'm gonna like do a workout plan, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And what's today, the 5th? How many of us have actually done that? I don't see any hands up. So anyway, that's all I got. Anybody have any questions, any tips or tricks that maybe they do that they want to share with everybody else? Wait, I have chat. Hold on. Let me see here. Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions?
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Of course. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet because I know everybody's got a busy night ahead of themselves. So if you guys want to talk to me on the side, let me know. I'll teach you what I got to do, but y'all have a great rest of your night.